What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the On The Stoop Podcast.
Stoop gang.
As always, I'm with my guys. Y'all go and introduce yourself, fellas.
It is P-Walk.
It is JP.
It's Kev.
And it's your boy G Money. What's happening?
And as always, I'm your host, JD, and we back in it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Another week. That nigga JP came to work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. On time. On
you know
time.
What I'm saying? Yeah, that nigga wasn't late this time. This other nigga in this red shirt was late this week.
Hey, you know when a nigga's on his final write-up. When a nigga on that final write-up, he start coming to work.
Right.
Start coming to work early. You start asking, hey, when that first write-up fall off? Oh, 8 months? All right, we good.
We done put that nigga on that pip, bro. That performance improvement plan, boy.
We be doing extra work and shit. So you still need help with that one assignment? Okay, yeah, I got you. Don't worry, it's already done already. I'm gonna send it over.
Bringing in donuts for niggas and shit. I see.
Hey, what kind of coffee you like?
Coming from a nigga who had been on a pip before, nigga, I know what you're talking about. Nigga be on his P's and Q's. He don't miss on the dress code. He make sure he got on the right shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one better. You beating the alarm clock before it go off.
There you up. You standing over and waiting to stop it.
It all don't really matter in the end because it's inevitable that you're gonna miss another day. You're doing all this for
Oh, you know what? P talking like a man in management that's ready to fire.
Upper management, right? Just ready to fire somebody, bro. He don't even see the improvements you making, bro. He don't even care.
Yeah, he already
that nigga just waiting for that one mistake.
Ready for me to sign off, huh?
If y'all didn't know, like Stoop Gang, if you didn't know, JD is the board of trustees, and P-Walk is the supervisor. P-Walk do all of the HR and the hiring and firing of people. So, today I got chewed by the board because I was late, right? I'm just going on here.
Nigga, it's not because you was late. It's because JP beat you to work today, nigga. That's the problem, nigga.
Right. That's when you know a nigga. That's when you know you're late.
That's the problem, nigga. JP beat you to work today, nigga.
I had to sign a counseling statement. That nigga said, "Hey, so this what we doing now? We coming in after the worst niggas on the team. That's what we doing. It's not like you."
I got something to prove. Hot damn it!
Nigga said, "This not like you. Do we need to talk about something?" Had to sign a counseling statement, bro. But I'm back in pocket. I told him I overslept.
We had to ask this nigga, G, do you not like working here?
When niggas threatened me, I said, no, I like my job.
If G assigned us titles already, then JP is the one at the front gate, the security office, letting people in and out.
Nah, you can't be a security guard if you don't come to work, nigga. Everybody getting in the building. That nigga letting everybody in.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Bro. Nah, Nick. Yeah, we gonna have to start getting them ADA paperwork. So you niggas will keep coming late, bro. That's all it is.
AP, bro. We got the verses on the docket. If I meant to ask you this earlier, bro.
Nah, go ahead.
If not, let's talk about that real quick, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? As everybody knows, unless you lived under a rock, bro, it was a versus. It was supposed to be Cash Money versus No Limit. It was Juvenile versus No Limit, nigga, because Juvenile was carrying them niggas, bro. Really, it was Juvenile versus Mia X, because she did her fucking thing, too.
Yeah.
No Limit
she
won
the
this
best
shit
rapper
easily,
in the
bro.
crew.
Like, this shit was not close, bro. No Limit won this shit easily, bro. Like,
I disagree.
Because a versus is more than just the music, bro. And even the music, bro, was not a runaway for Cash Money, dog. Because you played a bunch of songs, but you played one Lil Wayne song, he wasn't there. And y'all cut, because Turk wasn't there, so y'all cut all the best parts of the Hot Boy songs as well, which is Turk. If it wasn't for Juvie, this shit would not have been close, bro.
Nah.
The only thing that hurt No Limit was Mystical Freak Ass in jail. If it wasn't for that, bro, that was the missing link for No Limit, bro. With Mystical.
Silk the Shocker still can't find a beat.
Hey,
that's Blueface Real Daddy.
That is
Silk. He showed can't, bro. But everybody else, Master P did his thing. that nigga ran in place the entire fucking time, bro. That nigga did that fucking old ass jog, bro. But
that's that when a nigga hold the door for you.
that's basically what it is, though.
Hey, you about 10 steps behind him, he waiting on you,
man.
Oh man.
And but I need you niggas. Go ahead, Kim. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I do think, like, after listening to it, I do think No Limit has more, I would say, like, influential songs that, like, it performs better for some reason. Like, they hit different. But I do think Cash Money won. But I think No Limit did have higher points. Like, they had higher highs. But you know, like I said, Juvie is Juvie though. I think Juvie did carry them, but he got hits for days.
And for me, like, a versus, when you do a versus like this, it's more than just the songs, bro. Like, it's the, you know what I'm saying, your atmosphere. Like, No Limit came together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was pretty much there, but freaky ass Mystical, because that nigga can't take no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? That's the only nigga that wasn't there for them. On the Cash Money side,
what's wrong with him?
Hey, am I lying?
He ain't lying.
Where that nigga Mystical at?
He too
I guess that's the best way to say it.
He said help the bear.
You know what I'm saying? Where that nigga Mystical at?
All they had to play is Tarantula.
But like, bro,
shut that down.
You can't have Cash Money, but Wayne don't show up. And the only reason Wayne didn't show up is because Wayne said if we all not gonna do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't coming. And the reason Turk not does is because a Birdman. You know what I'm saying? That snake ass nigga, bro.
So when it comes to that, right? Do you think this would have been better? Because it happened at Complex Con. If nobody,
this would have been much better if it was in New Orleans.
If it was in New Orleans, it would have been better. I think that would have, like, because to me that was the equivalent of the Dipset Locks.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, and when they panned to the crowd, bro, the crowd was not it, bro.
But to me also, I think New Orleans doesn't have a venue that's as famous as Madison Square Garden, though. So I think that's the give and take of it. Like, Madison Square Garden is famous for everything, not just the Knicks. Whereas, like, in New Orleans, you gonna go to I don't think it's called the Superdome, wherever they play.
It's the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
No, I thought that's Atlanta.
But they have a Mercedes-Benz.
The Superdome is
Caesars,
New
I
Orleans.
think.
Yeah,
Caesar's Palace or some shit like that. Yeah, Caesar Dome or some shit.
Yeah. So, like, they don't have a famous place, but I do think it would have been better if it was in New Orleans.
But they got the Smoothie King Center.
But I don't think the reason it wasn't in New Orleans was because they couldn't find a venue. It was because that weekend was the HBCU Las Vegas Classic or some shit. So you had Grambling State, which is a HBCU from New Orleans, and then you had Jackson State, which is pretty close in Mississippi. So I guess they kind of thought, you know what I'm saying, that would have been the perfect spot. But it's just the perfect weekend to do it in Vegas. But that shit should have been in New Orleans, bro. They could have found a spot for that.
I think it's all about the energy. Like, when you, and then are we gonna talk about, like, Birdman at the end being?
I was getting ready to bring that shit up, bro.
All right, yeah, you can go there.
Cause this nigga Birdman, they eventually just had to cut the nigga mic off, bro. The nigga, and we talking about Turk not being there. The reason Turk wasn't there to begin with is because Birdman went and told everybody that, oh, well, Turk shouldn't be there because he's a security risk, which is a bunch of bullshit in my opinion. But then at the end, you basically shit on Turk, calling the nigga, talking about some fucking, you know what I'm saying, Turk bitch ass some shit. We gonna fuck with you when we fuck with you or some shit. Like, what is we talking about, bruh?
Yeah, I think, and Birdman has been, to me, he's kind of out of touch a while. Like, he's been out of touch for a while. Even back to the Breakfast Club thing when he was all three of y'all. Hey, y'all going, you know, we say, y'all finished, y'all done, like, all that stuff. Like, it's a meme, but it shows, like, how out of touch he is, and he can't take criticism. So now when he is in front of people, he has to kind of show that he's top dog. Like, him saying, oh, Cash Money's going to be around for forever as long as I'm alive. And it's like, Cash Money really hasn't had no buzz for a decade, maybe. Like,
more than a decade.
wouldn't,
you know, so
unless you count Young Money.
No, I don't count Young Money as that. Like that's separate. But even that,
Yeah.
the last Young Money popping thing was who? Like outside of Drake, right? Like
I mean,
we
you
don't
had
know.
Drake and Nicki Minaj, them the only two that really popped off from Young Money.
And Tyga.
And they pop stars. You know, like Tyga's not a
Facts.
pop star, but them two, Tyga keep a hit, but them other two is pop stars. So like I said, for him to say that, and you know, because I think NBA YoungBoy is Cash Money now.
I didn't know Jacquees was fucking Cash Money
Yeah,
either,
he's
bro.
Cash Money too. But to me, it's just like the Hall of Mediocre, right? Like
Facts.
you know, like I guess the kids love NBA YoungBoy. That's just not my music. So I'm not gonna speak about it because I know he gets a bunch of streams and a bunch of views and stuff.
Niggas be at his concert crying and shit. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand this shit at all.
Yeah,
I saw a video of that.
Yeah, so
like
to me,
influence, yeah,
exactly. Like for a certain age limit, but I think for that versus, I think Birdman kind of killed the moment. Like he was the loser of the night to me.
For sure.
just him.
Just him.
For sure.
He was the loser
Absolutely.
of the night, and New Orleans lost too because this would have been better if it was in New Orleans. I think as long as, but I heard also that there's just too much beef that was going on that they felt like it was security risk all around. So, that's kind of where we at with that.
And just to throw my 2 cents in here, at first I didn't think that this versus would even be close, like just coming into it, because of all the records that Cash Money made back in the day. I also remember some of the No Limit records too, but growing up, you had Young Wayne, you had the Hot Boys and all that stuff, and that was like we grew up on that, right? We grew up on that, and like Cash, I feel like No Limit had existed a little bit before that, but they was making grown folk music, so like we had to sneak and kind of listen to them. But like Hot Boys was like coming up, Wayne was young then, and we were like kind of hearing those records, and it was Juvie heavy, right? Because Juvie carried the label, for I want to say probably about a 5 to 10 year stretch. He carried Cash Money, right? And then with Wayne not being there, I feel like there was a big piece of the catalog that was missing. Now, to piggyback off of what JD was saying, when it comes to the aura of verses, it's not just about the records you play, it's about your stage presence too. And like I knew when they played nah, 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 to me that's their best record. That's No Limit best record, and they were saving that for the end. And when they brought out Snoop Dogg, I'm like, okay, this is a lot closer than I think it is, bro. Like, okay, all right, let me step back and let me give No Limit they flowers because Snoop Dogg showed up. Snoop Dogg ain't no little artist, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just like Snoop Dogg is a pioneer in this game. And Snoop Dogg came out, rapped his verse, and I don't think C Murder out of jail.
Nah, he's done jail.
Yeah, I don't think C Murder out of jail. And I think C Murder had probably the hardest verse on that song. But and then Mia X did her thing the whole time. Like she pretty much carried the verses for them. If we keeping it 100, she carried the verses for them.
It was really Juvie versus Mia X, bro.
Stage presence,
right?
Energy.
But I think that the reason why Cash Money got the nod, at least for me, is because the records that we grew up sitting with was more so on the Cash Money side of things, and then Birdman came behind all that and just ruined the moment. Like, so I don't know if y'all remember this. Lil Wayne and them, all of them had a show here. I want to say earlier this year in the spring or like early summer, and Birdman was on stage and he was high and he was talking crazy, and they cut his mic off and Lil Wayne walked off the stage and let him sit there with the mic turned off, him talking crazy, and then he fell asleep on stage because them pills jumped on his ass. So it's like, this is what he does now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is kind of what he does. He go on stage. He's like, he out of touch with what's going on. He drugged out. He doing his thing. And it's like, yeah, he built something great, but like he kind of spit on it a little bit. a lot of it when he came on with that rant talking about Turk. It's like, man, you got all this money, man. Fix that with Turk, man.
Yeah, and also it's kind of crazy because now I'm pretty sure this weekend coming up is Lil Louisiana Fest in the Smoothie King Arena, and
That
Turk
would
is
have
going
been
to be there.
perfect.
Turk and all of them is going to be there. So
Yeah,
to me, it's like also I do kind of blame Wayne because Wayne could have made sure everybody was there. He got it. To me, he got enough pull to be like, hey, like put all this shit to the side. But
yeah.
I don't know if they scared a baby. I don't know, whatever the case may be.
No,
He
I
still
don't
owe
think
niggas
that's
money.
it.
But what's up, P?
I said it could be that the money wasn't right either.
Yeah, and that's something believable.
I don't believe that shit at all. Because to me, a lot of these people would do the verses for free. Because if you look at the streams after the verses, it go up.
But that was a lot of the issues with Birdman, stealing from money.
He was stealing the money.
That was some of Turk's issue, but they eventually, because he sued them, they settled. You know what I'm saying? They was supposed to be, hashing that shit, but then Turk went on a couple podcasts and was basically telling them like, man, Birdman only fuck with you when you can get some out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
And
like,
so,
is that something that's hard to believe? Is that something
not at
that's that
all.
hard to believe? And then after you
Not
go
at
to
all.
court for this, after you go to court and fight for what's rightfully yours, you win. Why would you want to be a part of a free versus? I don't care about none of the streams because the streams was under a contract. Like, I'm gonna get money off of music that was coming off of a contract that he wrote to make money for himself.
But I understand what you're saying, but to me, the No Limit, they had beef within each other for a long time, and they was able to come together sometimes. And this is like them, like it's not about black or white, right or wrong. This shit is just all about green, bro. Like, what can we do to maximize our dollar? If all of them showed up, they would have been able to maximize the dollar. But like, everybody's streams go up, everybody gonna make money. That's like, the splits are going to be different, whatever you want to call it, but everybody's going to make money. There's always money to be made. But, it's just baby not making people feel welcome, whatever the case may be.
But
I don't think that guys are making. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just going to say, to the credit of Master P, though, you see everybody that could show up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he got 2 members of his party that's, locked up. Everybody that could show up for Master P showed up because, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they had their beefs, but at the end of the day, when it came to No Limit Records and No Limit and all that shit, yeah, Master P, you know what I'm saying? He built it, but he built it for his crew, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, for all accounts, has stayed 10 toes down with everybody that's been a part of No Limit. Like, think about that, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got money.
Biggest people in the world, and he pulled up, bro.
Made money. Yeah, everybody made money though. Like, and I think that's the key. When everybody is able to make money, I think that kind of solves a lot of the problems.
Let me caveat.
What was up, P?
Yeah, he was there. Romeo was there. Yes, Romeo was there. He was up there. And let me piggyback on what JD was saying. He was like, there was nobody from the No Limit crew that did a podcast that said Master P never paid them. Like, if you remember when Snoop Dogg was talking about Master P, and he was like, man, I got so much respect for Master P. He was like, because when I pulled up the No Limit, he was like, I ain't had no money. He was like, I made some songs and I sold him the songs, and I was just hoping to get like $5,000 for the songs. He's like, man, this man pulled up on me, gave me $30,000 in cash, bought me a house, and gave me 2 pistols. And he was like, and when I pulled up to the neighborhood where the house was, everybody on the label had a house in the neighborhood. Everybody. They had a car, 2 pistols, a house, and studio time. Everybody. Now, if we look back at Cash Money, there's been multiple artists that came out there and said that Birdman was predatory with the funding.
Yeah, because
folks was missing bread. They wasn't getting money. They wasn't getting paid for songs that they was doing.
Birdman ain't nothing but Diddy of the South.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
nobody comes out, like, in a lot of rap, like not a lot of rappers, but certain rappers, that's their diss to Wayne. It's like, look at all the legends, like everyone who we hold in high esteem as far as like legends, Jay-Z, Nas, Dre, Snoop, Wayne is the only one that really have to continue being on tour to make money, right? Like to me, he should be in a position where he don't have to be on tour to, like, he's always on tour. He's always performing. So you know, Birdman kind of leaves you in a worse situation. He takes your money, and then, you know, but at the end of the day, you got to find a way to keep maximizing your dollar, though. So I think showing up to this versus would have been good for everybody. But you know,
do too. I would agree with that. And you know, Lil Wayne had to do something for himself. He had to sue not Cash Money, but Universal Music Group, or he had to sue Birdman, or the head of the Cash Money label, and then they pulled him up to Universal Music Group, off of the Cash Money subsidiary to handle all his music now. And then he sold the catalog, he sold the catalog, the Young Money, for $100 million. So he's got some money. So he kind of made back his money in a sense, but he had to sell, you know, his artists'
you got to sell your IP
catalogs to do it. Yeah. So it sucks that it had to be that, and that he doesn't get to keep that, but at least he got something from it. And I understand why, you know, it's very hard to get Lil Wayne to show up to stuff and kind of go down this train of nostalgia. Because I think if Lil Wayne had put this together, he would have got everybody in the building, and it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah,
like everybody gonna be in the building.
Everybody gonna be in the building this weekend.
Exactly, for something that he put together. But also, let me shine the light on Manny Fresh, because I think Manny Fresh did his thing too. Like Manny Fresh did his thing, and we forget how good some of his verses were on some of these songs that he produced.
So I would say we didn't forget, only because Juvie just had the Tiny Desk with Manny Fresh not too long ago, and that kind of refreshed our memories of them, you know,
of like how much of a genius that Manny Fresh is.
Correct. You know, all the memes and stuff about, you know, his appearance and stuff, you know, that kind of takes away from how high we should hold him in esteem. And it's like funnies, it's like the funnies and stuff, yeah. But I feel like he's a genius in his own right.
That
like
nigga's a genius, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that versus he? I mean, who did Manny go against in that one versus? It was another producer, I think. You got his name.
Jay, you probably know. JD probably know. Manny Fresh went up against somebody in the verses. You remember who it was?
The only producer one I remember was the original one, Swiss and Pharrell.
Oh, he went up against Scott Storch. No, he went up against Scott Storch.
Yeah,
he went up against Scott Storch. That's what it was. That was at the beginning.
And I thought that was unfair, but yeah.
But Scott Storch is a musician though.
No, but Manny Fresh won that one.
But like Scott Storch is a musician, but Manny Fresh is like, when it comes to sounds and like how he said he used to make songs, like how he used to like come up with concepts of songs. He would say we'd make a song, and he said I would take an excerpt from that song, and then we'd make another song, and then we'd monkey branch off of that, and then all of a sudden I got 10 records that fast.
Yeah.
Like he said, Back That Ass Up was taken from I believe Project Chick or something like that. So it's like he was taking like little excerpts from other songs that he had already made, and they made 10, 12 records off of that.
But I think that's just how it be sometimes, because like a lot of these producers, that's why each producer has like a sound. Like, you know what a Manny Fresh beat is going to sound like. You know what a Swiss Beats is going to sound like. The only people that the only people that don't really have a specific sound, I would say Pharrell, he kind of doesn't have a sound.
Yeah, he don't have a sound, but he has a signature still in it. He's got his 4 count to start out the song.
He does have a sound though. I mean, at least Neptunes, like him with Neptunes, they do have a sound.
Him with Chad. Him with Chad has a sound, but like what he did on the most recent one with the Clips, that to me, that was completely different from what everything else previously sounded like. But he does have that signature 4 count going into it though. But just like a Swiss Beats, as soon as you hear it, you know it. You're like, oh, that's Swiss.
Sure.
That's Swiss.
Showtime.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
I would say Timberland kind of has like a specific sound. Like a Timberland beat just has so many layers to it. And you can almost tell it's him because of all the layers to all the different sounds that you hear on the beat. You like, man, ain't nobody doing this but Timberland.
Like, it's funny. The one like Just Blaze, like what his beats be sounding like when he get on something.
I was getting ready to bring him up too, bro.
Yeah, Just Blaze be making some heat.
Yeah, but he's and amazing.
But he does a lot of like actual band sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't hear Just Blaze, like you would think that people is playing the music in the studio with a lot of his best beats, in my opinion.
Yeah, super talented.
But yeah, let's
Dark Child is another one.
Let's roll into Florida Man.
Florida, huh? Just make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida Man.
What's Florida Man?
Florida Man.
All right, so the first Florida Man I have is Florida man arrested after toddlers pictured with guns, beer, and marijuana.
That's why everybody don't need kids.
Yeah.
So a Volusia County father has been arrested for being tied to disturbing photographs of toddlers and infants with firearms, drugs, and alcohol. Taylor Knoop of DeLeon Springs was taken into custody Sunday. They responded to welfare officials said that he had allegations involving images of children posing with drugs, alcohol, and a handgun. Residence was also deemed unsafe with exposed wiring, unfinished plywood walls, and a partially missing ceiling, according to an arrest report.
I'm glad CPS came.
Yeah, lock him up.
Say he denied taking most of the photos, but admitted to staging one of them as a joke. Deputies charged him with child neglect, citing both the photographic evidence and the hazardous living conditions.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that shit is crazy, but I think one picture, like, because one picture with a beer, whatever, like, sometimes kids grab shit and you just take a picture like it's a candid, but like I think
the
more
Glockiana though.
The Glocky is wild.
The gun though.
The gun is crazy. Like that's crazy. And then also just the living conditions, like you missing the roof and shit.
The gun and the weed are the two crazy.
The gun and the weed.
Yeah, the weed.
I've seen.
What are we
doing? Them conservative families had them family photos holding guns with toddlers, but the weed. And looking at this, it's like a bag. It's like that's kind of egregious.
Well, to me, the only reason why I think the gun is a little more egregious because guns go off, right? Like
yes,
guns go off. So I think it's more of a danger, and maybe it's just me thinking about a danger factor of it. Like, yes, it's weed in a bag, but what's the worst that could happen?
I look at it just from saying which one is the most likely to a kid having or a kid being around to the least likely, and marijuana is the least likely for me.
Yeah, ain't nobody leaving their weed out around them kids.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But you went and got your Glock though. You went and got your Glock and put that Glock next to that baby, knowing that it could potentially put the baby in harm's way. You knew that before you put that Glock next to that baby. Like your bag of weed, like P was saying, is probably not gonna do anything to them unless they're unless their motor skills are to a point where they could open the bag and potentially ingest something. But your Glock really don't take that much for it to go off. What is it, like less than 5 pounds of pressure to pull the trigger?
Yeah. It's like 3 pounds of pressure.
Have you ever seen a toddler or a newborn make a fist? Ain't nothing faster than that, and ain't nothing stronger than that.
Yeah. Don't try to grab something from that fist neither. That thing
strong.
So
it's like you literally could have blew your baby forehead off.
Yeah,
playing like this.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Lock this nigga up.
But like JD said, some people don't deserve kids, bro.
Facts. Some people do not deserve kids because they're not willing to protect them like they're supposed to. Lock this nigga up.
All right, the next Florida man that I have it says, fear clouded his judgment. Koei man accused of hitting 13-year-old with car.
Jesus.
He didn't
all right, bro.
That much I didn't make him look.
I said no, that nigga smiling. This was intentional.
He was waiting for that moment.
Let me hear this shit. What's going on?
It said, upon arrival, police learned that a group of children had been riding their e-bikes in the area. but a BMW had driven by and cut them off, with the passenger yelling, "Get out of the road." According to police, the passenger, later identified as Angelique Norwood, then reportedly got out of the BMW and approached the children, appearing as though she wanted to fight them. One of the children, a 13-year-old boy, told investigators he began crossing the street nearby, which is when the BMW driver struck him and fled the scene. The boy said he was able to jump off his bike in time, preventing injury. Meanwhile, the boy also told police that Norwood had grabbed one of his friends as he was taking pictures of the BMW. It says, after letting go, he approached a female witness who was recording the incident and repeatedly yelled, "Delete the video." After a verbal argument, he walked away toward her residence to meet her husband. Police then reviewed footage of the incident, finding that the BMW had accelerated into the child as he tried to cross the road on his e-bike. The e-bike had been damaged beyond repair.
So who was driving the car, him or her?
Him. He was driving. She jumped out.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. So, just to kind of be funny about it, these kids be aggy sometimes, though. These kids be aggy.
But you can't hit them.
But you can't run your kids. You can't run your kid over.
That's somebody's child.
No, I'm saying you can't run nobody over. But you gotta let cooler heads prevail with this. But
I mean, it was some kids in my neighborhood doing the same thing, where they riding down the middle of the street, and one of them seeing me just coming. And obviously, you need this. Like, I'll take one side, you take the other. He decided to pop a wheelie straight in front of me, coming straight at me, and I'm like, "All right, man. Like, what are you gonna do?" So he came back down and turned at the last minute, and I'm like, almost stopped in the middle of the road.
I could understand.
Next Florida man.
I could understand, like, having the thought to want to hit the gas right when he popped the wheel up. Just hit the gas, and then let the chips fall where they may. I understand that. I do. I understand that.
That next Florida man, we be looking at G-Mug shot, nigga.
It's gonna say
smiling,
it's gonna say fuck them kids.
Basically.
However, as an adult, we have to fight the urge to want to deliver instant consequences to people doing things that are stupid. So, in this situation, those two adults, while they could have rolled the window down and say, "What you're doing is unsafe, young people. Please get out of the street," and then rolled the window up and dealt with whatever they said back from that, you decided to try to run over a child. Granted, these children don't really respect the street and cars and stuff like that, granted. But you have to give them grace because they're children. They're minors. You got to give them some sort of grace. And you can't run your 2,000 to 5,000 pound vehicle into children on a scooter, bro.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just got to learn how to take an L and not be so willing to deliver hood justice to people. Let it go. Now look at you locked up.
And boy, I wish the fuck that would have been my child. You would be thankful that the police got to your ass before I do. Because we both going to be in handcuffs. And I'm going to be smiling at mine because I'm going to be with the dog shit out of you and your husband.
Because you got to think, if these kids not scared of the street, who you think raising them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who you think raising them? Like, the people that's not teaching them about street etiquette and car etiquette, do you really want to have to deal with them people?
Probably
when
not.
They got to pull up and avenge their child or whatever the case may be. Come on, man.
You make it seem
Let's
like
be
they're coming
smart
back
here.
around like the Punisher.
Look, I be letting my daughter know. I'm raising my daughter to make sure she understand her daddy missing a lot of screws. So just come get him and he'll handle this shit. Cause nigga, I wish the fuck you would, bro.
Yeah, I think we all missing a little bit of screws, bro.
I wish the fuck you would try to hit my daughter with your fucking car. I'll blow that bitch up like Diddy did goddamn Kid Cudi shit, but I'm fucking
Man, JD gonna be law-abiding citizen, bro.
Hey, boy, I'm telling you, bro, I'll blow your shit up like Diddy did Kid Cudi shit, bro.
And you know, something like that kind of happened with my neighbor. Like, my bad, Pete. Just real quick. My neighbor, he lived right next door. His daughter lives with him, and she's probably 18 or 19 or whatever. And You know, she was driving in her car, and then some dude like kind of cut her off, and then like kind of like drove, like scraped the side of her car with his car, and then jumped out and was talking to her crazy like it was her fault. And then her dad, she called her dad, of course, and then he came and was like, yo, what's your problem? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, my guy, you're a lot better than me. Because I would have just been throwing hands at that point. Like, we got to fight, bro. Like, you talking to my daughter crazy, and it was your fault. You caused this accident. Like, that's crazy. We got to throw hands. So, man, people crazy. Y'all got to be on top of y'all.
You motherfuckers be tripping, bro.
Yeah. So if I'm reading this right, they done pulled up on you, Pete.
Man, Pete done told these niggas where the winners at.
Yeah,
We've been asking this nigga since he started over there.
Nah,
I wish that nigga would help somebody out before he help us, bro.
We've been asking this nigga where the winners at for how long? I told him we ain't even broke. We'll fly where they at.
Yeah.
And I don't even need the $1 million one, bro. I'll take the $5,000 every week for life, bro. I'll take that shit. I don't even need the $1 million up front, bro.
Listen, I can make that twerk like the tip drill video. You hear me?
So So by this title, Florida man stole $7,000 in scratch-off lottery tickets, then returned to the store to redeem them just hours later.
Oh, this nigga stupid.
You can't go back to the crime.
To the same store?
Yeah, you go right back to the crime scene.
He just not smart. He don't crime well.
After he stole $7,000 from a convenience store, then returned to the scene of the crime mere hours later to try to redeem his loot. It says he pulled in.
He didn't even let the crime marinate.
On May 5th and opened multiple cabinets and took scratch-off lottery tickets before fleeing the scene in his gray Hyundai Elantra. You think that was your old car, JD?
It might have been, bro.
Your old car used in the crime?
It had a USL sticker on the back.
Yeah.
It says roughly 40 minutes later, so he didn't even wait that long.
He didn't even wait like a day.
Hey, fuck y'all, bro.
This nigga bought your car.
40 minutes later, he arrived at a
7-Eleven
7-Eleven to redeem the $7,000 worth of scratch-offs. After an unsuccessful attempt, the bumbling thief returned to the same Circle K and tried to cash in on the 7 tickets he stole from the store. His attempt once again failed. He then left and returned to the Circle K minutes later, only to come up empty a third time. He drove back to the 7-Eleven in a black mask, yellow shirt, and black Nikes, and pointed a replica Glock at the clerk, demanding a staffer open the cash register.
Real Glock. He didn't even have a real gun.
So it said he made off with $120 from the register before escorting the clerk to the back of the store and snatching a pack of Newport cigarettes. Is this a real story?
Yeah.
That nigga said, I'm leaving here with something.
But so here's the thing. So I'm guessing when you steal these tickets, I'm pretty sure the store has to report them stolen. So you can't even, if there is a winner, you're booked already. Like you can't just take it somewhere else. So
every serial number from every lotto ticket they got is logged somewhere.
Yeah.
So then when they make the phone call to P-Walk job, they say, hey, we lost these scratch offs and these are the ones that got stolen. They automatically know. They send the word out, hey, these is missing. They probably send something to the cops that says, hey, these serial numbers are missing. So if anybody tries to redeem these serial numbers, these were the ones that were stolen. Arrest that man. Now, granted, that probably takes, I don't know. Go ahead, P.
I think it's even simpler than that because I think they can't really be activated until they do it at the register. So if he took it, they really don't have to do nothing because they never got activated. So he just scanning tickets that never got activated.
Johnny.
So basically,
because you have to scan the ticket to. Because I thought they just kind of scan a barcode and then pull and rip the ticket out and give it to you. I ain't never bought a scratch off those. I don't know.
No, they definitely scan it.
They do, but yeah.
Hey, quick question. So if you get a winning ticket, do you have to go back to the original store where you got it from? Or can you go anywhere?
Nah, you can.
Okay. No. I never won that. So.
But basically, this dude, Like, so if you guys have ever bought a gift card from like Publix or something like that, they have to activate it at the register. So you take the gift card up there, and then if it's not a predetermined amount on the gift card, it's normally like some kind of MasterCard or something like that, and they ask you what kind of amount you want to put on it. So you'll give them an amount, and then they'll charge you that much, and then they'll activate the gift card, and then they'll give you an activation receipt plus a receipt for the transaction. So it's kind of the same thing. Since P Walker explained it, it's like, okay, so when I go and buy a scratch off, they pull it out of the rack because they normally sitting under this like little glass thing to show you which ones they are. You pick one, they pull it out, they scan it, that activates it, and then they tear it off and they give it to you. So if they never scan it and you stole it, they gonna know that it ain't been activated and booked into the system for whatever reason or whatever step that does for the process hasn't been fulfilled. You going to jail.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
So it says that he, after his arrest, he told the cops he needed money. He admitted committing the Circle K and 7-Eleven robbery in a recorded interview with cops. So he told everything. They gave him that pack of cigarettes in the McDonald's, and he
was snitching, boy.
Yeah, I got a quarter pound.
Yeah, they took one cigarette out that pack he stole and they gave it to him. They was like, "Hey, you want to go to jail or you want to go home?"
Nah,
we just trying to help you out.
They, we start patting the back of that pack.
Yeah, they packed
get that tobacco nice.
Yeah, they packed the cancer in real good, and then they slid one out for him, and they said, "Here you go, man."
Oh, so this was in Tampa, though.
Yeah, it's the grand jury was in Tampa, but I guess where he did the crimes was in St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that was pretty much it for Florida Man. Just those 3 stories. So as we get out of Florida Man, let me see. Maybe we'll go in this direction first. I have to pull it back up. So apparently it's the story about a relationship, and I guess some kind of custody battle between the parents. So we're gonna watch a video of the clip of what happened, and then we'll talk about it in a little bit. There it goes. So it says, mom's new boyfriend attacks dad during custodial exchange.
Oh yeah, I seen this shit.
I guess it is more. I thought it was done right there. Should I keep playing it?
Nah. So
I think we get the gist of it.
Yeah.
I literally have, and this is just me being me. He doing way too much fucking talking. To me, the second that a man now attacks my pregnant girlfriend, there's no me sitting in the car driving off at that point. That's not an option. To me, that person gonna have to get his at that point. Fuck all that shit. Like, you done, I guess he broke the windshield or whatever happened. He done jumped on the car. You jump on your pregnant girlfriend and I'm driving away. And like I said, even him talking to her, if you're gonna like drive away, you talking too fucking much. Like, I'm driving fast. My baby's buckled in. You finna have to fall off. I'm not playing this shit. If you're gonna run. You know? So I don't know. That's just crazy though.
A lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack here.
It is.
First thing, bitch, get out my car. Tuck your chin, roll. Nigga, aim for the grass. Get the fuck out. I'm not slowing down. Get the fuck out.
Not even first thing. While the video is playing, she acting like she's sitting in the car like normally. She hanging on the outside of the car.
She's hanging on the outside of the car.
That's not her first time.
Not at all.
It's
She
like
got
a
good
real
technique.
first
She got
time.
good technique, so that's not her first time for sure.
Now, I understand why the father, you know what I'm saying, was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I get that, and he did the right thing. Me personally, as unhinged as I am, nigga, the 2-week boyfriend would be the newest contestant of Hot Ones, nigga, and I'm not talking about wings, nigga. Like, you gotta get up out of here, bro. You gotta go meet your maker, dog. You done jumped in the car. You know what I'm saying, put your hands on my pregnant girlfriend. You done broke my windshield. Nah, bro, you getting ready to put on your best suit, my boy. Like, you know
That's
what I'm
saying.
saying?
I'm
You
with
going
you.
up yonder, bro.
I'm with you. We doing too much talking. Like the fact, like, and I don't know if he's scared or like I said, maybe he just has more common sense than me, right? Where he's like, oh, like I don't want to have to go to jail or whatever. To me, you attack somebody that's with me, I am actually not even thinking about jail, what's going to happen to me down the road. I'm thinking right now, my hands are going on him, or you're catching a hot one.
But no, it ain't gonna be right now because you still got your kids. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my kids to a safe place. You know what I'm saying?
If
and then
if
I'm
I
coming back.
no,
I'm spinning
my
the block.
kids.
I'm coming back.
If my kids with me, that's the safe place. I'm gonna make sure that I'm eliminating the threat immediately. That's just what it is. And like I said, I'm not the smartest man. I might not be a smart man, right? But nah.
What you was about to say, G?
2 weeks, nigga. 14 days, bro. one pay cycle, nigga. This crazy, bro. one pay cycle, bro. It's crazy. G, you muted, bro.
And if you start working late, you might have to wait 3 weeks for that pay,
bro. One pay cycle, bro. We did one paycheck. You've known this nigga for one paycheck, bro.
He shouldn't even meet. Crazy. Like you shouldn't even meet the kids after one paycheck.
Crazy, bro.
But whatever.
There's a lot of information that I was able to ascertain from just this short clip that we were able to see. A lot of times in these situations, you normally see the woman, you know, in the driver's seat who has most of the custody in these kind of situations. So, judging off of the situation that we saw in this video, the boyfriend or the child's father, the child's father has primary custody of the child because the mother was proven unfit. So we can tell that just off the rip, right? And then when he starts to go into detail about what happened during the encounter, I brought my boyfriend around of 2 weeks and he lunged at my new girlfriend, my new pregnant girlfriend, broke my windshield. So that tells me you're a bad judge of character too. And that's probably why the judge sided with their father, right? That's why he has control over the types of visits that you get. So that's what I was able to pull from this situation. Now, understand why he didn't crash out the way that we talking about we would, because he probably went to court, spent a lot of money on lawyers to be able to have the access to his child that he has. And he was like, if I were to get out this car and fight this man or crash out or anything like that, I could potentially lose my child to the unsafe party in this situation. And it's about my child at this point. So I understand why he flexed that. Why he was able to flex at level head. He just drove off while he was doing that stuff. He just drove off and then she grabbed onto the car and he took her with her. So there was a lot of work that went into this case, a lot of funds probably. He probably had a really good lawyer. He probably had to prove he had to prove himself fit and all of that stuff. And he was like, I just can't chance throwing that away and not being able to be with my child because I fought so hard to get there. So I definitely can respect that man for not crashing out. However, my new lady is in the car and she's also pregnant with my child. So you diving at my new pregnant lady with my other child that's in the back seat. There's a stand your ground law here in Florida. So if I feel like you are coming to cause bodily harm to me or anybody with me, you can die for that. I can use lethal force to stop you. And I think in that situation, I probably would have. I've never seen this guy before. He's only been my ex's boyfriend for 2 weeks. I don't know him. And I've seen people, like we've heard stories of people die for less than that. So my 2 children, my unborn seed and my born seed is in the car. And then you're doing that and you're causing I don't know what your intentions are. So if I pull my Glock out and I blast you and I kill you, let me tell you, young father, you would have been fine. You would have been okay. because he was the aggressor in that situation. You already have proven to the court that you're the better parent for your other child that's in the back seat, and she is negligent, and she is not the person that can take care of the kid. So if you would have pulled your gun out and protected your family, you would have been just fine.
Yeah, when emotion high, sense is low. And my emotion would have been high. That's just where I'm at.
I would have.
I'm with all y'all on that.
I would have at least showed it. I would at least.
Yeah.
I would have at least showed him the pistol. He would at least saw it. Yeah. Because I'm not fighting nobody that's willing to jump on nobody with kids in the car. I'm not fighting nobody like that. I'm gonna pull out that lethal force and I'm gonna stop you where you at.
So Kevin Hart said, "Gun compartment, bitch." Hey,
gun compartment.
So then, all right. The converse of the situation, just to kind of be devil's advocate, do you think that he may have wanted to basically exercise better judgment by not bringing his kid around? Because he obviously is in control of the situation as far as the visitation goes. Do you think that he should have said, no, you haven't been with him that long, I'm not bringing my kids around there? Do you think that he should have exercised that judgment if he had that option?
This sounds like it was a surprise. It doesn't sound like this was planned.
Yeah, it sounds like that wasn't his choice. I mean, if it's her...
Yeah, because the way she responded, she was like, I didn't know he was going to do that. I didn't know he was going to do that. Yeah.
Well, no, he also spoke about the time, like the timing, like whatever their visitation is. Like he was talking about that. So if it was within her allowed visitation, right, and she didn't bring up that she was going to have him at the exchange or whatever, then that's kind of where things like spiraled out of control from.
No, it spiraled out of control. No, it spiraled out of control because she was talking bad about her ex to her new boyfriend in that pay cycle that they were together. So that put the battery in that nigga back to be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on this nigga to show my loyalty for you. Whole time,
this nigga gotta have a screw loose though, because you gonna jump 100%. On somebody. I remember there was a time where it was no women, no kids. Like if you was gonna shoot a fair one, you gonna shoot a fair one with old boy.
Let me holler at you.
The crazy thing,
come around here. Come around to the side of the building. Let me talk to you over here.
Yeah. So the crazy thing, looking at the story as a whole, one, how she was hanging off the side of the car like it wasn't nothing, just having a conversation like she wasn't
like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
This ain't her first time, bro.
Fight or flight mode.
The second part is just listening to the conversation and the back and forth for everything, and it's like, so they had a kid together. The kid's in the back seat, but the baby doesn't sound older than like maybe 1 year old.
Man,
yeah, they just broke up.
You keep the same shit I did,
but then
they just broke up
because that car seat was rear facing. So
exactly,
that car seat was rear facing.
That baby neck still loose,
but then he also already has a pregnant
another pregnant girlfriend. So I think this is kind of a big mess. I think this is a big mess all around. Like I said, do we need more context? I don't even think we need more context. Like to me, from that point forward.
No, my man loose with his dick, bro. That's all it is. He just loose with it.
Not him. I'm just saying.
He don't like wearing rubbers. What is we talking about? This nigga got bad dick management. That's all it is, Kev. You got bad dick management and you don't like wrapping it up.
But do you think that there's a situation where he antagonized old boy for now old boy to say, "Oh, it's on sight when I see you"?
Sure.
I mean, it's possible, but we don't have that information, so we don't know.
I think that's possible.
He may have done that, but I don't think he would have done that, or he would have expected it with the kids in the car. Like he might have been like, yeah, 1-on-1 or something, but not when I got the family with me.
Yeah, because when you're like, because the thing is, when you talk spicy to people, you have to understand that other person doesn't have regard for you or your family. So when
be prepared to stand on it.
Yeah, be prepared to stand on it, whether you're with the kids, with your girl, or not with your kids, wherever you at, you got to stand on it. And like I said, we don't have that context, but I'm just saying, like, what other dude is wrong? You should never attack a pregnant woman, regardless. But
what's wrong with you?
But there's something wrong with you. But was he antagonized to this point? Because there's plenty of times where we see, from a flip side, somebody antagonize somebody, and as soon as they see they get the reaction they want, then they pull the camera out. Like, oh, gotcha. So
well, here's the thing. I think he wasn't very disciplined with who he decided to make a child with. We're gonna start there. We gotta make my boy, like, even though he probably was the most level-headed when it comes to parenting the child, and that's how he got custody. But like, let's be honest, this man created this in his life by getting that lady pregnant. You got that lady pregnant and you have to hold on. Like, you got to take accountability for that. Now you got to deal with this person and whoever she bring around your kid at this point. You can't stop that. Now, you can curtail it as much as you can because the judge gave you some leverage to say, okay, well, she can only have supervised visits under your discretion. But look at all the money that took to get there. Look at all the stress that man probably went through to get to the point where he could protect his child. And it's like, and it all stemmed from you not taking accountability and you getting somebody pregnant who you should not have been getting pregnant.
Yeah. It's just a messy ass situation.
And then on top of that, you got a new chick pregnant, and the new chick sitting in the front seat, like, traumatized. She was like, I didn't know this was gonna be like this, and I got a baby with this nigga too.
And I got a baby with him.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
kicker.
Stuck with you now. Like, I can't even walk away because most women in this situation, or most people in any situation like this, would be like, you know what? That's your ex. You got a baby with her, and I got to potentially keep dealing with this. This is too much. She can't even walk away now because now I'm tied to you. I got a child by you. You got a loose neck baby in the back. That baby rear facing. You just broke up with this girl, and then we getting ready to have another. I got a baby with you now. I can't even walk away. Did you see how traumatized that lady looked in the front seat?
Yeah.
JP, you had anything
So it's
else?
like,
no, I don't have nothing to add. Yeah, it's chaotic.
Hey.
It's chaotic, man.
Hey, a wise man once said, "Ejectocito, cuz."
Yeah.
Could.
It just sounds like straight trauma. That's all that shit is.
well, this is so much trauma.
Yeah.
Right.
Trauma and drama in the LBC.
So much to learn from this. For those
No. We have nothing to learn from this at all. Don't put ourselves in that situation.
That's what we learned. Now you know.
All right. So there was a big announcement earlier this week about some gambling cases that were happening in the NBA. One of them was a federal case, or I think all of it was a federal case, actually.
Both of them are the feds. Both of them feds.
Chauncey Billups,
Hey, JD.
Terry Rozier.
The feds did a sweep.
JP, that's why you was
Pick your
going
dogs up.
That's why he missed last week. You know what?
Nah.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Fuck y'all.
It do make sense because Terry Rozier was playing in Orlando, nigga.
Yeah,
He was in the Ray-Ban typing.
Nah, niggas, I was asleep.
What's up? But what's up, Pete?
I'm sorry, Pete. My bad.
It was more than Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. Somebody else too.
It was
Damon Jones. They grabbed Damon Jones.
Yeah.
Man, give it a written snitched on all them niggas, bro. Minus Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier was something else.
Yeah, Terry Rozier was something else. He was given not falsified, but he was, I guess, rigging the fact that he was going to miss parts of games, or they had one game specifically, but I'm sure he probably did it more than that, just one game. I know that when they were talking about it, they said that, so for one of the times that he tried to rig a game, they said he had like a handler that kind of handled the bets and placed the bets with the people that were going to rig the game. So they were going to pay that dude $100,000 so that Rozier can be injured or hit the unders in the game. and Rozier actually flew him out to go make that transaction.
P, this nigga was throwing games for real. This nigga was point shaving for real. Because I seen somebody put together. My bad, not to cut you off, but I seen somebody put together a compilation. Bro, this nigga was turning the ball over. He was throwing it out of bounds. He was airballing. This nigga had me crying, bro. Like when I looked at this, I was like, I remember that in the game. I remember he did that. And I was like, yeah, this nigga was definitely point shaving, bro. He was definitely point shaving, bro. What is the luck of the Miami Heat that we got a nigga on the team point shaving, bro?
I'm glad he did that shit with y'all and not us, nigga.
The crazy thing with him was like, I'm like, it's no way that he was playing good and then he get to Miami and then he just like,
ass.
This bad. Like this bad.
And as soon as he started doing it, like people on social media was already taking clips and replaying him just turnovers.
Because it's just crazy though. It's just crazy because like with him, you're right. He just got bad when he went to Miami. He just got bad. He got hurt. Everything like that.
No, he was throwing games.
These basketball players make obscene amounts of money, bro. Obscene amounts. I think he was making what 30, 25, 30 a year.
26.
26 a year.
He's still getting his money right now.
Yeah, he's still getting his money. He's suspended.
26,
still getting paid.
That's like 26 million you make in a year. And you flying niggas out for 100,000? Pay that shit yourself. Give your homeboys the money yourself. What are you doing,
nigga,
bro?
just don't do it, bro. I don't understand these niggas that's pro athletes and betting on games you play in, dog. That shit dumb, bro.
Unless you Pete Rose.
And look what it got that nigga.
Nah, he was betting on himself to win. I kind of fuck with that, honestly.
He better be glad that Jimmy got traded last year, because if this information came out when Jimmy was on the squad,
Jimmy would have punched him in his shit.
Jimmy would have swung on that nigga in practice. He would have swung on him in practice. It would have been bad. Because you know Jimmy don't care about nothing but winning.
That's a fact.
He was like, bro, you myself. So that assist I gave you, nigga, you shot an air ball on purpose? Yeah, he would have swung on him in practice, bro. It would have been bad.
But I also seen, because they were saying how, because Terry Rozier was out for the year, like after with his injury, I think he was out for the year after a point in time. They're saying that season that he was out for the year, that the NBA kind of had an idea that he was kind of throwing the games, so they told the Heat like, "Hey, he done for the year." Basically, like
he been under investigation for a whole year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the NBA was like, "Hey, like we think he's doing this, but we're not gonna punish him. We're just gonna say he's injured." And they did the same thing with Jonte Porter, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did the same thing with him, and he was done for the year. And then when they found out he was fixing games, they was like, "Oh, you're banned for life." But I guess they didn't see enough for Terry Rozier, because they're not like, the NBA is the NBA, but they're not the feds, right? They can only investigate so far, but the feds got a different type of reach.
The feds are going to get this man banned for the rest forever. Like they're gonna pull enough data and enough in their investigation for the NBA to just piggyback off of that and say you can never play in the league ever again.
And then I think the reason why Damon Jones is in this is only because he was giving up the information about Bron, right?
That's it.
Because anything that kind of puts Bron's name into it is, that's kind of where it is. Where it's just like Bron's like, because I'm pretty sure him and Damon Jones are cool. So I'm pretty sure he's just talking to Damon Jones like a friend, like, "Oh yeah, I don't think I'm playing tonight." So he got the injury report early, basically, and then Damon Jones is telling people, "Hey, this nigga ain't playing
unofficially,
until the injury report comes out." So it's just nasty work, bro. Like all these niggas make millions of dollars, bro. Like, what are you doing?
But hold on, let me not talk too crazy about them, because we have a bunch of people on Wall Street doing insider trading. This is the same thing. It's the same. It's a cousin to insider trading. We got all these people.
And all them niggas end up in prison.
No, and when you get caught, look, ask Martha Stewart. When you get caught,
Martha Stewart got caught up.
You get put in prison, bro. Yeah, they doing it, but when you get caught, that's when you get put in jail. So guess what? This nigga got caught. Guess what about to happen to him?
jail.
And I'm not saying that he shouldn't go to jail. Go to jail.
Don't
This
pass
against
go.
the rules.
Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
This is not a lick.
Nothing.
Invest your money. Invest your money if you're trying to make more of it. Don't rig it. Don't do it rigging games. You know what I'm saying? That's clear. Calvin Ridley told y'all that. Don't do it. Stop betting on games. Stop betting on anything in the NBA. You cannot do it.
To me, it's just stupid. Like betting, like as an athlete, if I'm a professional athlete, I am not having a single betting app on my phone. I don't care if they allow me to bet on other sports. I'm not betting on nothing, bruh. I make too much money to be betting on stuff. I ain't betting on nothing. I'm not gonna bet $1 to make $10. Nothing. Cause ain't nothing worth it.
Man,
with
you
the
know
amount
what
of gambling them motherfuckers do on the planes, y'all don't need to bet on sports. As amount of money y'all bet on cards, bro. I can't remember that fucking game that them LeBron and all them motherfuckers be playing, bro. But like y'all already doing this shit. Nah, it's a different game, bro. Damn, I can't think of the name of that shit.
Well,
I'm like,
MJ and them started all that. They started all them high stakes poker, and that's what Chauncey Billups ended up getting booked for. Was like under the table poker games.
So
because he was tied in with the mob.
But what's up,
before we get to the Billups part, the one, I guess, it's not really positive, but I guess the one thing that I guess people can kind of take a little bit away from is that the integrity of that kind of gambling industry is somewhat intact and safe.
Yeah,
because there's no way that Vegas was gonna let somebody like get away with betting the unders and then having some kind of like manufactured thing, because they immediately gonna nip that in the bud and take that out. The other part of it is that a lot of the stuff that was happening, at least with individual players, like when people talking about rigging and stuff like that, most of the time that is from the perspective of like whoever is handling the bets is the one that's doing the rigging. And that's when it's a bigger problem. But when you have people that's trying to game the system, that's not really rigging. It's just individuals trying to take advantage. So I guess that's one kind of positive out of this, is just like if you were and you trying to look at people that's taking advantage, that Vegas not really having it, and you can still do what you want to do.
I do agree with Charles Barkley. He was like, there's no real way to rig a basketball game. You can't rig basketball game.
That's not true.
There's ways that you can kind of influence them if it's outside of the referee.
Exactly. The referee. We got a whole Tim Donaghy. We got a whole Tim Donaghy scandal where
that motherfucker was rigging a lot of games.
He was influencing games. Like literally, AI done cursed out one of his homeboys, and he said, "You know what? We just gonna call carry on AI every single time he touched the ball. We don't never call carry. We gonna call carry on him every time." That is influencing the games. That's rigging the game.
100%. But outside of the referees, Terry Rozier had no pull with the referees.
The Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings in 2000.
Like this nigga
he wasn't. Go ahead, my bad, Kev.
No, I was gonna say they know how to make sure teams win series. They was never gonna let the Sacramento Kings beat the Lakers in a series. Never.
What happened?
And Terry Rozier wasn't rigging games though. He was rigging over unders, bro. That's
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's what I mean. That like you can't really. I mean, you can influence games to a certain extent, but it's just like, come on, bro. Like, why are you even doing this? Like, you have access. Like, you have enough money to where you have access to financial literacy. You have like financial gurus that can help you make more money, help you invest in good investments to where your money will grow. And instead of you trying to make a quick cash grab off of doing something illegal, what are you doing?
It's too many variables for, I think, in sports in general, for it to be rigged in a specific way. I think for like wins and losses is very difficult. And obviously people say that they can do it in certain ways, but the employees and like the players would have to be involved in that for it to be that way. But if players are out there competing for however they want to, and you have people that have these different incentives in their contracts, different incentives for them to be able to win games, to hit 5 threes in a game or whatever, like all these different things kind of marrying up with each other to where it doesn't even seem like it's possible to rig a game in a specific way.
Yeah. Catch numbers, yardage.
To me, if you're the primary player, you could influence a game to the point where you could make your team lose. If you're the point guard and you're handling the ball all the time, or if you're the quarterback and you're handling the ball all the time, you could influence the game to make your team lose.
You could, but I'm saying that the balance of everything, like in totality, makes it seem like it's no point to do that. It's kind of what I think somebody was saying earlier. It's like the money, the $100,000 that Terry Rozier had paid out to the guy, and then however much money he was going to get back. If like, let's say it's the NFL, if you betting on a game, you're not going to get whatever your bonus is for winning the game. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a playoff game, you might get a $500,000 bonus for winning a playoff game. So just win the game. Why are you rigging it one way or the other to try to get?
Just play hard, nigga. Basically, what he's saying, just do your job. Play hard.
Whatever that parlay is not gonna be the amount of your game check, nigga.
I don't think they're doing it for the money on the game check. I think a lot of times they're doing it for their homies, like how Michael Porter Jr. was saying that, you know, if you weren't going to pay your homies the money and you're trying to give them a way to make a quick lick, you're going to set it up. So, I'll get the under tonight. Just bet on me to get the under.
Just get on the money. You're doing too much. If you feel that bad for your homies,
he said that on podcast where, because he was talking about, he was like, you know, if I wanted to, I could just tell my homies, hey, I'm not going to score. I'm going to score the under tonight. So just put a bunch of money on the under. I guarantee it.
That's dumb. Put your homeboy on.
They got his brother.
Thank you, JP. Thank you.
Him next.
But here the thing is, they got his brother already. They got his brother. His brother banned.
2 drugs.
That's what I'm saying. So we gonna lose. So we gonna mess the check up for everybody. We gonna mess the whole check up. We gonna mess the whole operation up for that. Look, I just, like P said, I'll just give you the money if that's the case. I might as well just give you some money because you hurt.
And risk fucking up your livelihood and shit.
I'm not finna throw my bag away. I'm getting the money. I'm not finna throw my bag away because y'all want to make a little extra money on the side. That don't even make sense. I can still hoop. I can make money. All I got to do is just play. That's all I got to do. I got to play and try. That's all I got to do.
And again,
I'll just give y'all the money of that. Go ahead, JP.
My bad. Just going back to the internet. It's like the internet catches everything. And it's everybody going to snip it and replay it 1 million times. And put captions on it. Make it obvious.
Live from the raid van.
So, but going from the fixing games, we gonna talk about Chauncey being 007 with these damn rigged card tables and shit.
Was it actually him, or was it the company, like the mob that he was with?
No, they were saying that basically on his tables he had the cards marked, and if you had a specific set of glasses, you could see what card was what, even though it was face down.
This nigga's pulled a Fred Stanford.
They had contacts that could see the marked cards, and then they also had cameras under the tables, like under the thing, so that they could see what cards were being played. They're saying that he hustled like almost $7 million from people he had invited to these card games.
Just stealing their bread. He put a Fred Sanford on them, bruh. Like, I don't know if y'all used to watch. I used to watch Fred Sanford. That was my dad's favorite show, so I watched it with him. And like, Lamont had invited some dudes over, and he was playing cards with them. And the first couple times that they came over to play, they hustled him, or they let Lamont win, right? So Lamont was winning money, so he was like, "Cool, y'all keep coming back. Let's keep playing." And then that second time they came back, they cleaned him out. They took everything that they lost, they got back from him.
Yeah.
And then Fred said, "Invite him back again." He sat him down. He said, "Hey, he put his son on game. He was like, "Hey, Lamont, do you ever see the deck that they play with? Is it always a new deck?" He started asking them questions about the deck of cards that they start playing with. He was like, "Hey, is it a new deck? Do you ever see the deck?" He was like, "They come with their own deck and it's always new." He was like, "Okay, cool. Invite him back again." So then Fred sits down with him at the table and he said, "Hey, y'all mind? I got a new deck. We're gonna play with mine." So they start playing and Fred started beating them, taking their money, want everything back that Lamont lost. And then they end up leaving. He took their clothes, he took their shoes, he took their money, he took everything from them. They end up leaving. And then when Lamont sat down, he was like, "Hey man, how did you beat those guys?" He was like, "I never been able to beat them." He was like, "Man, that dude was dealing off the bottom. I could tell by looking at him." And he was like, "Well, how was you able to beat him and catch him?" He was like, "Well, we played with my deck." He was like, "Take my glasses and look through these glasses." He looked at the glasses. He said, "Now, you see the back of the cards, right? Tell me what cards I got." And he read off every card that he had. He was like, "So that them dudes was cheating you."
Yeah. But that's what Chauncey was doing basically. And like there was actually like I know they're saying it's like the 5 crime families that was like involved in this, but they actually got now videos of a professional poker player back in 2023 talking about a game that he went to in 2019 where he was like, yeah, like it was just weird because you would go there would be these novice players and they were making plays that a seasoned player wouldn't make. Like you're making bets as if you know what card is there. Like, and
That's
it's
crazy.
very so like they were like, "Oh, I know they're they're like, "Oh, they got to be cheating because there's no way you would go all in on this play without knowing the cards that are there." So this is something that I'm pretty sure the feds were kind of letting him get this shit off until he hit a certain dollar amount, and now they done booked him.
Well, yeah, they had to build the case.
Was Billups. Billups wasn't participating. He was just he was just getting people into the games, right?
It was his. They were saying it was his game.
Yeah, his nigga was playing.
Yeah, he might have been like, because I didn't read too much, but I know they were his games. They were saying that this is like Chauncey Billups was having games in Vegas where he was renting out big, villas and having these.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing. He was the curator, so he was just putting the shit together. And they were using it. As USA Today said, they were using altered card dealers and shufflers and shit, and that was relaying information to somebody that wasn't in the building, and then relaying that shit back, bro. But I don't think he was playing. I think he was just setting the shit up for them motherfuckers to get their money to it.
Well, yeah, like he'll be like, "Hey,
that's crazy."
I did see Antonio Gates was possibly involved, which he might have just been. They come through, we having this poker game, or whatever, and then the whole time he just skimming money off of them because he know they're gonna lose it.
Yeah, they're saying that they were inviting all of these professional poker players to come and play, and they got bread. Like if you professional poker player, you got bread. So they basically winning mad money off of these dudes, and like that's just a dirty way to play, bro. Y'all making millions of dollars and y'all trying to cheat people. Just like y'all trying to play cards and have fun, and yeah, y'all gambling, but it gets to the point where it's like, come on, you cheating to beat me, really? Now if I find out, I want my money back, really.
I think Dog really got in bed with the mob, and like he had to do that to pay off some debts or something like that. Probably. That's what I think.
That's normally how it always go down, bro. Especially with a professional athlete.
Well, yeah, at least this time he was a basketball player and he wasn't a cop in L.A.
True.
King Kong.
But the first thing, the first thing I thought about was like, y'all remember Rush Hour 2? Well, Chris Tucker walked back in the Chinese restaurant and that nigga said, "I know good and well y'all ain't gambling back here." This supposed to be a Chinese restaurant. Everybody come with me. Everybody going downtown. That's the first thing I thought about when I heard this story. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm stupid, bro. But that's the first thing I thought about when I heard this story.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Facts.
Yeah, it's it's wild all around. I mean, it's been stories popping up all over sports in general about gambling, and obviously it's becoming a real big problem for people. People that's in sports, out of sports, old, young. I guess it's just getting everywhere. And I think with me probably working in part of the gambling industry, I haven't really tried to bet anything at all.
Can
I
you?
don't
I'm
gamble.
bad at it.
Probably could.
I be helping other people. Like my coworker, he was like, "Man, I don't really watch football like that, but I'm a bet on it." So he was like, "You know about football?" So I helped him with his parlay, and it was probably like a 7-leg parlay. We hit 5 of the legs, 2 of them busted, so he didn't end up making no money on it. But I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't feel too bad about helping him with this because we didn't do too bad. He ain't made no money, but."
You did bad. If you ain't win
I'm
the whole
straight.
legs, you did bad.
Yeah.
See,
I
that's why I
can't do
don't
it.
gamble. That's
Yeah,
why
I
I don't
can't do
gamble,
that.
bruh. I'm not good at it. I don't understand the language. I don't understand what I should or shouldn't be betting on. Like, I just don't understand it, bruh.
What's funny is that
Betting
we
to
do.
me is kind of like Amazon. It's too many choices. It's too many things to bet on. I don't like that.
What's up, P?
What's funny is that we've been doing pick'ems for the past 4 or 5 years on the pod, which is probably when the rise of like gambling started. But it just became like this competitive thing that's seeing who can get the most picks or whatever. I think for the most part, we've been. I mean,
Breaking
there's been,
even.
yeah, breaking even, or even in some cases, I know I had a really good year one time where I was well over 500. But it's like if you just
Yeah,
placed all those bets in
your
a
ass was
parlay
rigging
or just in
games.
general, that could have brought me some money. I just never even.
Nah, look. Last week I went 3-0. I ain't even think about making a bet. I'm still trying to just chill. I ain't trying to make no bets on nothing. I just want to have fun. Cause guess what? The first time I lose money, I gotta flip the table over.
Sick. And you know what? I be feeling like every time because I be thinking about that. I be like, man, maybe I should play around with this, like get on FanDuel and try to make some money or whatever. But I'm like, I feel like this is the example that God gonna use of me, and I'm gonna be the nigga that lose all his money, and I'm sweating and I'm musty in my house, broke because I can't afford deodorant because I done bet all my money. And on top of that, I get picked up in a Chauncey Billups scheme.
Nah, you wouldn't get picked up in a
Bro, I
Chauncey
don't
Billups
gamble
scheme.
with other people's money, nigga.
The best you would get is they'll have you doing an interview during 60 minutes talking about how you one of the people that lost all your money.
And I'm that nigga in the shadows. Like, I'm in the shadow, like, because I made him blur my face out, and I'm talking through a hairdryer.
Nah, the funny one is whenever they find one of them illegal gambling rings and they start asking the neighbors, they like, "Oh, did you know that they was gambling?" And you could tell the neighbors that been gambling with them because the one dude, he was like, "Nah, I didn't know they was gambling there." And it's like,
Lying. Nigga just
come on, my
lying.
nigga.
They just
Bro,
repeat the word
come on,
gambling.
bro.
Gambling, huh?
That's how you know a nigga heard what you said and he was involved.
All right, scratching the back of your head, huh?
I just went over there to smoke a cigar and grab a few drinks. Gambling?
Hey, that's when you hit that
That was it.
that
I didn't know they
Scooby-Doo
was.
roll. Start running.
I know good well y'all ain't gambling back here. This supposed to be a Chinese restaurant.
So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into pick'ems. JD, what's the updated standings?
I mean, ain't really no movement. Hold on. We got Kev. He's still sitting up there at 15-9. Me and G both sitting at 12-12.
Okay, 500.
AP sitting at 11-13, and then PU sitting at 9-15.
Damn, a 3-0 week, and this nigga still at 9-15.
Hey.
I don't nobody feels bad for Pete because that nigga was rigging games for 5 years up until this point. We've been doing this podcast for a very long time, and they gonna come get you next because
I call that nigga Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, that's Chauncey Walker. This nigga been rigging games for 4 years, so it's like they should come get you next.
So the games that I have this week is Bears versus the Bengals. We got the Jaguars at the Raiders. And then for the college game, I actually was looking through some of these. I think I'm gonna do I think this is for a specific trophy. It's the Army versus Air Force game. That was a 1.5.
Is that the Commanders Cup?
Is that well? The three of them is the Commanders Cup, but I thought they might have had one specifically for Army and Air Force.
I don't think so. I think they all just fight for the Commander Cup. Whoever win, I guess, are the three, ain't it?
You know what? I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna do one that impacts us a little bit more, because this is gonna be a direct impact of the American Conference. You got Navy versus North Texas, 7-0 versus 7-1.
Them niggas, bro. Fuck both of them.
We'll do Navy versus North Texas.
I'm not mad at you, JD. I get it.
I mean, we already beat North Texas. We play Navy soon, but
all right. So
you be having both of them niggas lose.
For me, I'm gonna start with North Texas, just because I hope they win, because that'll give Navy a conference loss, and we already.
I need North Texas to win, bro.
So I'm gonna go with North Texas. Bears and Bengals. I'm surprised this one is as close as it is. It's like a 2.5 point spread. I don't trust the Bears like that. I'm gonna go with the Bengals just to go off the cuff a little bit. And then this last game, Jaguars and Raiders, I'm gonna go with the Raiders in this one.
So you, Jay?
I'm gonna go North Texas. Go Cincinnati. I'm gonna go Jags.
I go next. I'm going North Texas because I need them to win. I need Navy to get a conference loss, bro. So I gotta go with North Texas. The Raiders look fucking awful. So what's that? Jacksonville?
Yeah.
As much as it hurts me to say that shit, I'm going with Jacksonville. And then the Bears, as I'm growing, my confidence in Caleb Williams is growing, but it's year 2 under a new coach. I gotta go with old man Joe, bro. I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay, I guess that leaves me. I'm gonna go Jaguars, North Texas, and the Bengals. As much as that hurts me to say.
Kev, what you
got? I'm gonna take one more chance. I'm gonna go Navy, Bears, Jaguars.
Totally different picks. All right.
So everybody got the same picks but Kev, right?
No, because I picked the Raiders and the Jags. Everybody else picked the Bengals. He picked the Bears. That's the one thing that he did different. And the Navy. So he did Navy, Bears, Jags.
Yeah. I want to get a little more separation before I start playing defense.
That's all right, nigga. Hey.
Yeah, it's all right.
We coming, bro. Pause.
No.
I'm ending it right there.
I'm about to say no. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Hey, hold on, Pete. Hey, real quick. I know this is kind of ties into a Florida man we had either last week or week before last, man. Hey, shout out to Naya, man. She got the dub, bro. She upset Thomas Scott to win the Tampa City Council special election, bro. So, shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
Middleton/Brandon High School alumni, man. Salute. Congrats.
Big up to Middleton.
You know, yeah, man. We'll holler at y'all next week. We out.
Peace.
We gonna fuck with you when we fuck with you.